Welcome to a game between Bakuhatsu in red versus Lego Menon, starting with Cloakybots and a Strike Commander. Bakuhatsu requested this replay. He starts Amphibots here in red, and he had a lot of questions, like he's gonna upgrade his commander, and upgrading a commander on a small map like this can work better in general than bigger maps, I think, because yeah, the enemy has to, like, dealing with the commander and upgrading commander is kind of harder when there's not much resources around. And this map doesn't have a lot of resources, and the mexes it has are weird. Like, this starting mex is 1.76 metal, and this little mex is just 1.5 or 1.05 metal. Well, this mex is also 1.75, and this is 1.4. So yeah, you have some more high value mexes, and then you have some low value mexes. Which makes, yeah, like taking this one mex is, yeah, you probably want to do it later than you take this other mex. And this mex is also, this is the best mex on the map, I think. Yeah, like with 2.9, 2.09, it's the best mex. So yeah, you want to grab these high value mexes before grabbing low value mexes. Which makes expanding a bit interesting. And yeah, ducks, I like ducks against Cloakybots. They two-shot the glaives if they don't miss. One problem with the duck versus glaive matchup is that ducks tend to miss small targets, and small and fast targets, if the target is moving against them. So yeah, so it's a way that makes small scale engagements iffy for ducks. While in large scale engagements, yeah, I favor duck. They're pretty good against glaives, but in low scale engagements, their misses against incoming glaives can be tricky. So yeah, it's you can abuse that by running. If you have like a glaive against a single duck, you will probably win by just running straight into the duck, even if you chase it, because the duck might miss one or two shots. Oh, and this is a pretty nice scouting and raiding opportunity. You might even get some mexes here. Oh, and Lego Menon is building a warrior, which means he won't be able to get back in time to defend. Although I guess these glaives might be able to prevent him from killing too many mexes here. And yeah, another thing, like on larger map I wouldn't really recommend building riots so early, but since this is a smaller map, you can apply more pressure with riots and be more offensive with them. There aren't as much as of a defensive tool on a small map like this. So yeah, he has already upgraded his commander. Looks like he just went for a light particle beam instead of the regular beam. Yeah, and this looks like, yeah, he's playing it pretty safe. He's expanding and making some ducks for defense and some counter raiding. So yeah, they're both playing it pretty safe right now. A more economic start on a map like this. Nothing really cheesy here. And he has his commander on high priority, which means he's gonna expand faster here. All of this could perhaps also be on high priority. And yeah, warriors, especially if they have the high ground, like this ravine, it's pretty hard to go up and down this ravine. Like, yeah, if the enemy catches you with a unit up here, like a glaives or yeah, a warrior, they're gonna have extended range above this here, and they can hide behind the edge. And this, yeah, I think the commander should win this matchup. He has an upgrade here. So yeah, it might even have some health here. Yeah. So Strike Commander gets extra region and range, I think, from upgrades. I'm not too into commander upgrades because I don't do them that often myself, so I can't really say exactly how all different commanders upgrades. Losing one duck there, is gonna lose the archer as well. Yeah, he loses the archer, that's a bit of a mistake. Oh, he just keeps it alive. Okay, but it's gotta have 2 repairs, so still still not the best. Yeah, and in this situation, warriors and like these reavers and ronins, yeah, they're gonna beat ducks pretty well. And at this position, when you're this far forward, you gotta wonder if you wanna retreat or if you're gonna try to hold your ground. And yeah, it looks like he's gonna try to drag them away and avoid these. You can see the duck missing there a bit. But yeah, now his commander is looking rather lonely there. And it's not a great, like, he also has this commander, other upgraded commander here, which is mirroring his movement. And in this position, it's kinda, I would try to keep the commander forward to drag, to force the ronins to fire, and hopefully you can dodge a lot of shots. Also an upgraded commander like this, yeah, he even has extra auto repair on this, so that's 20 HP per second. Oh, this is risky. There's a warrior and lots of ronins. Going uphill like this, it's risky. Oh, very risky. Oh yes, barely survived. So yeah, so that was a bad move, trying to go uphill when you're being chased by warriors and ronins. Yeah, that's a bad idea. So now he's really low health. He can just hope to keep his commander alive, while also reinforcing this position is really hard, because he's so overexposed and the commander cut off the oops, what? The commander cut off the supply lines. So yeah, the enemy commander is expanding. And yeah, the mistake there is gonna cost him a lot, because yeah, having this region, he could have stayed there and tried to keep his pickets alive while they shot at the ronins. Now he's on low health and he's forced to retreat, and while he's been out expanded by his opponent. At this point, yeah, like I think boys, they're really good against enemy commanders. If they can get slow on that enemy commander, yeah, that commander is basically toast. Like if you have some follow-up units, yeah, that commander is in a really bad position in a situation like this. So in this situation, going for an archer, I mean, you could... The thing is, with archer is just as fast as the ronins, so ronins hard counter archers pretty well. So in most situations against glaives, against cloakies, I would favor ducks over archers. Because, yeah, ducks can do basically the same thing. They're pretty good, maybe not as good against glaives as archers, but they're much better against ronins, and they can spread out and raid much more faster. So yeah, see, just in face of these like two boys, Legomanon is choosing to retreat, because yeah, if he gets slowed there, even though there's no units here, yeah, he's toast. You can't get slowed there by a commander. So yeah, at this point, yeah, he has some region on his commander. He should really be up here and trying to like, trying to force his commander to do something. Another thing he can do is to put the boys, they benefit greatly from the height advantage. So if he tried to get this hill, he would get some extra range and be able to outrange his Stardust even more. So getting one or two boys on the high ground would be nicer, especially since we have two ronins raiding him from this position. And he would also be able to control these reinforcements a bit better. And yeah, he would outrange the ronins even more from the hill here, so that would be better. Also, a thing, since he took so much damage on his commander, he could have upgraded for more auto repairs to be able to more quickly get back into this fight. Now he has had use a lot of build power, and he's just upgrading for range with his commander. Is he even accessing metal a bit? Not much, but yeah, I guess a lot of his energy goes to this repair. And as you can see, if the boys can get a hit on these ronins, they finish them off pretty quickly. But yeah, ronins are buying a lot of time for Legomanon. And he even got time to build a stinger here, and that's gonna make it really hard to break this position with boys. I should just finish off with Stardust, so it would be potentially easier to get in and kill this Stinger. But right now, he's putting the archers too far forward. Like the archers, they aren't doing anything in this position. His archers have been pretty terrible throughout this game, I think. And now it's completely out-expanded. Yeah. And still, he's losing his fragile ducks and his archers for not much gain. And yeah, that was basically suicide. Meanwhile, he's putting a lot of metal into this commander. Although, yeah. So that is gonna have to do quite a bit of work. He said he wanted to be able to outrange the Ronins. But yeah, he isn't quite there yet. He would need like 2 or 3 more range upgrades, I think. Which would be like another 1,000 metal invested into this comp. Which could work, but yeah, still. If you're putting like 3,000 into a commander, then we could just overrun it with, even with glaives, even if because it just has like these light particle beams. Yeah, and this is looking close, like they might be able to finish off this commander. It doesn't have that many region modules. Bulkheads, I mean, right now when there are not many Ronins, they're decent, I think. But yeah, it's not like, yeah, they're gonna struggle to hit moving targets. And you need quite a bit of them to kill a Stinger. Even with this 45 regeneration, these 6 Ronins of 500 work is keeping this commander busy. That's a horrible thing if you have less range than Ronins. You're just gonna struggle to like keep your commander alive and dodging, and it's not gonna do much. So yeah, getting that range to be able to outrange Ronins is a must, basically. We're gonna push like this. I mean, it works decently if you have like a duck support with your commander. Maybe even bulkheads, because you can keep dodging with your commander and the bulkheads can kinda hit the Ronins every now and then. And yeah, bulkheads here, like you saw, it kills warriors fairly easily and stuff like that, so... Yeah, separating the commander was not too good. So let's see after this upgrade, will he have enough range to outrange these Ronins? He got another 2 targeting systems, I think. And here comes the enemy commander. If he's paying attention here now, he should just keep kiting his commander and he might be able to kill. Oh no. But that was a smart move by Legomenon. He went for a multi-stunner, and that's gonna keep this commander stunned for quite a bit. Although it doesn't have a lightning beam to finish it off, so it might be close actually. Like, multi-stunner goes well if you have something else to actually stun the enemy. And here if Bakuhatsu is paying attention, oh nice, he gets that kill. That's a big setback actually for Legomenon. If he had been paying more attention, he would have had more Ronins here. And also, yeah, like, multi-stunner without having a lightning rifle is not that useful if you don't have any other stun units. Let's see here, 3 bulkheads versus 1 Stinger. Looks like they would just about win. Good to know. Decently effective at countering a Stinger, I guess. That's just like 600 metal countering a Stinger, so that's pretty good. Yeah. And he has, how much range does he have? He has 390 Elmos versus 450. Not quite enough. He would need like one or two more targeting upgrades to be able to deal with the Ronins more reliably. But yeah, it looks like his base is gonna get overrun because, yeah, at this point the enemy is so far ahead in metal use. So yeah, now you just gotta go for the Hail Mary and hope that your commander can carry this whole game, which I doubt it would. Like, there's a sniper here that's gonna... Like, with 75 H regeneration, that's about the same, I think. Yeah, it's a little less than the DPS of a Phantom. But he can basically deny one Phantom with his regenerations. But yeah. Without any support, he's not gonna be able to ever kill that sniper. Also, something that a Cloakybot player could go for would be Cloaked Knights. They're pretty good against commanders. You just gotta surprise the enemy and just show up with, like, yeah, depending on how much HP they have, this has. Now, like 3 knights would have been enough to like kill these commanders. But yeah, you probably would need like 5 or 6 to actually kill it if it was fully healthy, to get it stunned and killed. But you gotta make sure you're staying close to this commander so you're able to kill it. Yeah, but as you can see, if you underestimate the commander, yeah, it's gonna live for a long time. Yeah, and there's another sniper coming that I don't think, yeah, Bakuhase will not be able to out-repair that, unless the sniper misses. That was a dead shot, but it missed. It's kind of funny. Yeah, relying on dodging sniper shots, that's not good. You're not in a good position if that's what's keeping you alive. And another shot. Yeah, so thinking about the matchup, I don't think that Cloak is necessarily favored on this map. Like Ducks, they're pretty good against Glaives, so you're a little bit outmaneuvered by Glaives, but you can also counter raid pretty well against them. And I think the choice to go for Archers was a pretty big mistake. Like at that point, Legomenon didn't have many Glaives. He mostly had Ronins and some Warriors, and Archers don't do well against either of those. So yeah, going for Archers was a big mistake. And then also I think, yeah, and also going up this hill and getting damaged by all these Ronins and that Warrior was also a big mistake, because that basically neutralized his commander for a long time. So instead of having been down here and repairing, he could have been pushing the enemy commander before that Stinger went up. And maybe he could even have gotten it from several directions, which instead of Archers could have been Boys, slowing down that commander, and then he finished off with his own commander. And this is gonna be the last stand, I think. Yeah. This many, yeah, even these knights are gonna stun this commander now, yeah. GG. So yeah. And also I think you can be a little bit more greedy, I think, with upgrades. Like trying to outrange skirmishes with the commander requires a lot of investment. Really a lot. And if you're not really outranging them and there's like 100 less range, yeah, you're not really gonna do much against them. If you have ducks around and stuff like that to support and distract the Rollins, yeah, you can advance and kill warriors and maybe even knights and like light defenses. So it can work, but I think you should have been a little bit more greedy in that sense when you lost so much HP on that commander and changed out a few range modules for repair modules, so you would have been able to repair your commander faster without using energy. Yeah, so those are basically my tips. Like, you can stay, I think you can stay on ducks for longer. Like, when would you need Archer? Like, maybe if you're like spamming out Boys and Grizzlies, and you just want a little bit of anti-raider capacity, then you can go for Archers instead of Ducks. But in this position, when the enemy has Ronins all over the map and you try to like raid with your Archers, that's like a really bad situation for the Archers. And yeah, and then just be careful with trying to move up the hill like this. You're too slow trying to move up a hill like this, and you're an easy target for Ronins, and yeah, you might get catched by a warrior or Sevs or something. So yeah, And boys are pretty well. They're pretty good at pushing commanders. Lightning heal light defenses. They trade about evenly against Ronin, I guess. So it depends on how well the Ronins dodge and if you have stuff distracting the Ronins and how much. Yeah, I think they trade pretty evenly. But if you get that slow on the commander and prevents them from getting up a stinger, yeah, that commander is really threatened. So yeah. Boys and more ducks, and don't lose so much HP on your commander. That would be my tips for you. Good luck and have fun.